How you doing, man? On air. Hi, this is Jim the Keys bartender, coming to you from the Blackwater Siren. I'm here with Bill Wissinger.
Hey, how y'all
Hey, Bill.
doing?
I was just asking him how I thought Bill looked a little tired there, and it was just a long day, right? Do you
Yeah.
feel comfortable talking about it?
No,
Okay.
it's fun. I woke up last night. Went to bed kind of early, so I woke up like 3 o'clock, and then
Had to pee?
No, no, just woke up. I guess one of the cats was whapped me on the head or something. I woke up about 3 o'clock and went and sat in the chair and watched a movie and.
Yeah. When you wake up, do you find it real hard to go back to sleep?
Usually not, but yeah, I was tossing and turning pretty good. So
Mind going?
no.
No, you don't mean going. Not going
Not
like
even.
that. I didn't mean to say, hey, you're fucking.
Yeah,
you
my
have
mind's
dementia?
gone. It's been gone,
You're
but,
fucking
yeah.
experiencing
Yeah, that's
dementia,
been
Bill?
gone.
No. Yeah. I mean, saying you start thinking about something, anything, and then you just
I was
your brain doesn't.
hanging out on the couch and watched a little bit of a movie and.
Yeah. Do you remember what you watched?
It was whatever Sandy had on earlier. It was some Christmas thing.
Hallmark movie.
I couldn't even tell you.
Holy shit!
I was kind of zoning in and out. I was reading stuff had the computer up reading.
Well,
reading
we're in the thick of that. We're here at the Blackwater Siren, just on the south side of the Jewfish Creek Bridge. I'm remembering a lot of stuff recently.
You got that down.
I do have it down. They have happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 6, and they always have what?
$2 Bud Light and Budweiser long necks.
That's right.
One of my favorite bars,
It's
man.
a good time, and we're going to experience. We just had Thanksgiving, and we're going to have our first real cold snap coming through.
Yeah,
Bill.
I don't even know if it's going to get that cold down here.
Well, for us, it's
Yeah,
going to
maybe
go down to 60. That's
I'll be surprised if it gets that cold. It looks like it was going to stall out again.
oh yeah. I'm going to guess 60. It feels cool right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Bill
pants.
has long pants on.
Just because I've got
The miracles of getting a little older is that I think that you get some people, for some men, we get we're warmer at lower temperatures.
Yeah, no.
And then when you get really old, you get, I guess maybe you get cold.
cold all the time.
What? You're cold all the time, or you? Yeah. Right now, it's.
I go to Publix or Winn-Dixie down here. I'm like, damn, turn that damn air conditioner off. It's cold in here.
really?
Oh, yeah.
I run in. I went to the gym and I ran for an hour.
There you go.
I was soaked. No, I didn't say how far I went, so I'm not showing off. So, I'm soaked. I go into the place, and they do have all the AC going, but I'm still cranking out sweat for like 30 minutes.
Well,
after.
yeah, if you're running.
Yeah. So we're right after Thanksgiving. It's the Keys. We get our first real cold snap. Bill doesn't think it's going to be cold. I'm suggesting when we're talking tomorrow, we're going to be wearing sweatshirts at shipwrecks.
Damn, no, jeans definitely, but.
Okay. I'll bring a fleece with me just in case. I don't like being
no,
too
I've
chilly.
got one in the car, but.
I mean, the bad thing about it down here is like my heat resistance. Definitely, I can handle heat, but now my cold. Once I start getting chilly, that's it. And if you want to torture someone from the south, just get them cold.
Get
Yeah.
them walking around in the snow. We'll be miserable.
Yeah. I mean, we're those guys that be sitting on the fucking surface of the sun.
It's like, hey, pretty comfortable today.
I go for a cold beer, but it's going to be crazy because if it does go where I say it's going to go 60 degrees, only 6 degrees up north, that doesn't change anything. Like what I'm wearing, there's a lot of guys. I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt, shorts, 60 degrees up north. After winter, you're out in your flip-flops, and then 60 degrees down here, some people will wear parkas.
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah,
will
60
parka.
degrees down here is
They'll-
cold,
and they'll put
especially
on-
if the wind is blowing right off the water.
I know, but it's 60 degrees, and they're going to put a hat on and on. I'll put a long sleeve shirt on, maybe.
Yeah, I might put on a long sleeve shirt, but yeah, no. Usually put on jeans and boots, and you're just fine.
Right now, it kind of reminds me of New Jersey in late September.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
just
cold
the way-
enough, and it's not raining.
A little gray. I'm not saying New Jersey's gray or anything like that, but that time of year.
It's gray.
Mm-hmm.
The time of year is always just miserable gray.
Yep. I do miss it though. I like that. You need to have your fucking gray days spilled in order to enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, no, I'll take the sunshiny days. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I know you smoked 2 ducks Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't smoke them. Sandy talked me out of smoking them because she doesn't really like the smoke flavor.
Yeah,
so I slow cooked them. I basically smoked them without the smoke.
Oh, okay, I got it. I know what you said.
Yeah,
like low temperature.
Yeah, low temperature, 8 hours. 8 hours in the slow cooker.
Mm-hmm.
Not bleeding the smoke in. They turned out really good.
Yeah. And did you have any? Was it just you guys?
No. We went down to a friend's house and hung out, and there was a turkey there, and a girl that couldn't cook.
Yeah.
I was getting the stuff ready in the kitchen. She's trying to cut up an onion with kitchen shears.
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
you want me to dice that for you?
Which kitchen?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, you want me to dice that for you?
What was she going to do with that?
Can you? I'm not sure. I just cut it up and
Hey,
said, here.
kudos for her for attempting to make the effort. Cutting an onion with
kitchen shears.
Wow.
I mean, try taking the top layer off. I'm just like, no. Give me the onion. What do you want? You want dice? You want slice?
No, you know what? I realized that when I heard people that didn't know how to make instant soup and things like that when I went to college.
There are people out there that can't cook.
I know.
I mean,
they couldn't. They didn't know how to open. I know we're in an era of electric can openers. So for our younger listeners, it's a can opener, and doesn't plug in and doesn't take electricity.
Yeah, I don't own an electric can opener.
I know, me neither. But because I can open a can without electricity, which is when you really need
$30 $30 for a can opener.
Yeah, and you have to take up some space, and it takes how many? If you're open 100 cans, if you're working at a place, it may make sense to have one of.
No, then you got one of those big
as 1 gallon. Yeah, it's a 1 gallon. You open up a 1 gallon can.
With that thing, man, that can is open.
Yeah. I seen a guy put that through his hand one time. And he was all messed up.
Damn.
He's messing around holding the can, and he put it
right
through
the
webbing of his thumb and forefinger.
Yeah.
Ow. It's like it looked like if you stuck one of those oil can openers spouts into it. So and
just opened it right
we had
up.
to send a guy to drive him because he said that was his driving. He had a stick and fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
that'd be a little hurting.
Yeah. So where the fuck were we? Oh yeah, cooking. But the host didn't know how to cook.
The host knew how to cook. His girlfriend wasn't too swift at a couple things she was trying to do.
Well, you got to hand it. You got to hand it to someone. They could just go. That would be a perfect time to recuse yourself and just walk away and say, "Listen, I can't fucking do that.
No.
You're not gonna trust me." But she went in there and took their fucking kitchen shears and started cutting up that fucking onion.
Cutting up that
like
onion.
she was making paper dolls.
She was doing. She wanted to put onions and bacon bits in the potatoes, in the mashed potatoes she was making. And so she was cutting up the bacon with the shears.
What was the bacon cooked?
No, raw bacon. She
was going to cook it
together.
Well, if you cook, she didn't know about crumbling bacon.
Yeah,
she didn't even get the principle of crispy bacon.
No.
Bacon is crumbly, and then the onions. I guess she wouldn't have cooked the onions.
I don't know, but yeah, no.
I bet she wouldn't have cooked.
I put it all in the pan, sautéed it up for her, and handed it to her, and let her do whatever.
Boy,
she
you
wanted
could
to.
get you could get some pretty bad shit from a raw onion, if it's been sitting out.
Yeah, you can get some pretty bad shit from anything if it's been.
Now,
sitting
onions
out.
for some reason seem to attract all the bacteria in the room. It's just the way they, whatever a process for fruits or food spoilage occurs, it draws in a lot because I guess there's a lot of sugars in it and draws a lot of activity around it. I guess it's all the surface level from the layers because when the layers start separating, it just I don't know why it is. I just remember seeing a study on that about all this bacteria that gathered on that, and then on a blank table, it didn't happen. We went to one of those group cook it, and everyone cooked. I cooked mashed potatoes. I
There you go.
didn't put
Onions,
cut up
bacon,
bacon and onions in it because you don't know if everyone, you could. What if you had a vegetarian show up and
if
they
you have a
couldn't?
vegetarian show up at fucking Thanksgiving, they better bring their own
No,
fucking
but you
food.
got fucking string bean casserole. You got mashed potatoes they can eat, cranberry sauce, and then you take the fucking mashed potatoes away from them.
Fuck it. I fucking.
I don't put meat in my.
I
mashed potatoes.
had. What did
You
I
can put
have?
meat in if you want.
I
And
had
the twice baked, yes, maybe.
And I also did cut up sweet potatoes into like fries,
Yeah.
and then tossed them in duck fat and seasoning, and then roasted them. Those were fantastic. That'd be
Okay.
another one that'd fuck up the vegetarians.
Okay, so you go.
Yeah,
oh,
no.
duck fat. Oh,
Yeah.
duck fat. Okay.
Yeah, like I
I
said,
didn't
no.
know. Oh, we got Sky.
You're a vegetarian at
Sky just
Thanksgiving, you need to
informed
bring
me
your own
that
food.
she's a vegetarian now.
Well,
She
good.
just saw they told her in school. Someone showed her this movie, and I'm like, I am not going to be that parent to bitch out the teacher because there's going to be a couple. If she does it a couple times, there's going to be because they showed. I think they probably showed a meat processing plant.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, but there's going to be some parents that are going to say, "Who the."
You want to be a
fuck do you think
vegetarian?
you
Be
are?
a vegetarian.
Yep.
Be prepared to learn how to cook and bring your own food wherever you go.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I wonder if and not that vegetables can kill you, just like bad meat and stuff like that. Because look at we're in the fucking middle of or at the end of the romaine.
Dude, there is no fucking romaine anywhere.
No, they pulled all the romaine. You know where it's from? They found out where it's from.
California?
Central California.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they figured it out, and they said, "Oh, if it's not from Central, who's going to trust romaine lettuce?" When everyone told me,
I'll eat fucking romaine.
"What?
I'll eat romaine.
You eat roadkill, Bill,
I
but that
will.
doesn't. But what I'm talking about is the buy in public. If some people, okay, there's all different groups of people. There's people that absolutely love romaine lettuce and stuff like that. They find out the news, they're going to go back and they're going to research and find out where it's from, and they'll be fine with it. And there's other people that I like to have it trying to eat healthy, and they're like volunteer. They'll be going, "Fuck, man, I need another reason not to eat vegetables." There you go.
There you go.
Well, we went.
I'll eat damn near anything.
Yeah, we went, and they made. And the food was great. I mean, the food was great. There's a lot of. There's always too much food because people overestimate the amount of food they need when you have 14 dishes,
Oh, yeah, of course.
and there's 14 people. So I made enough for 12 people.
No, everybody is not eating a whole casserole each.
No, not. They're not even. And I think someone. So the funny thing about it, I brought. No one else brought mashed potatoes, but someone brought those microwavable mashed potatoes, and I seen it sitting on there, and they were preparing. But it was only one
Were
package.
they the Simply potatoes?
Yeah,
Those are actually pretty good.
I know, but I mean, I made mine with red and Yukon Gold and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, those Simply potato
I
products are actually pretty
I
damn
understand,
good.
but they had one package, and the one package I think is for like 4 people. And I said, well, I mean, that was your backup plan, but thinking I wasn't going to come through for it's fucking mashed potatoes. How hard is that? I mean,
Yeah, you never know.
I make a badass mashed potato, but you invariably, I must be getting older. I just don't realize it. And I know about tryptophan and turkey, but right after I ate, turkey was really good. The guy did the brining, and he did some different kind of seasoning I never had on it, and it just came out really good.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it came out nice, and the guy never did it before. So. Wait, and right at the end, I'm like, I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to breathe. I want my. I'll go with
load it
breathing
up on
and the
tryptophan.
heart beating. That's it. And I don't want to get up to go to the bathroom. I just want to sit there. And everyone says right now, we got to go for a walk. And I'm like, I don't want to go for a walk. But I said, at that point, I realized I had to go for a walk.
Yeah, go for a
So
walk.
I went for a
Get
goal.
that stuff moving
And then
around
when
some.
I said, I'm going to do the dishes. It was a shitload of dishes, man. I was there for an hour, and I sweat my ass off because I had all the doors open, and folks were in the Keys, and I think it was like 83 degrees,
Oh, yeah.
and it was on a patio, so they opened the doors, turned off the AC, and it barely made it through. It was about 3 hours later I got out of that tryptophan coma. It was horrible. I mean, I
I never even got the. Of course, I didn't eat a bunch of turkey.
'Cause you got all different. See, where I grew up and stuff like that, it's all turkey. It's
No,
all
see,
turkey.
it's
All turkey. All that's the
turkey,
protein.
ham.
No, yeah, that's the
I'll always
protein.
bring a duck.
That's the protein they do. I mean, at the family ones where you have like 8 to 10 people. But when you get a bigger one, I can see where ham would come up, maybe a roast beef or something like that. I did go to one. My
Christmas
cousin.
is a standing rib.
Oh, that's I do on Christmas.
Yeah, that'll be Christmas. We'll do a
I do that in
rib.
standing rib, and I did go to one up. It's a suburb of Philadelphia. My father's cousins, and they all married Italians. And you went there, and they had dinner. They had lasagna and other salads and all this other antipasta right before the Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh yeah.
And I was, I think I was 15 years old at the time, and I was, finishing my growth spurt, so I'm gobbling up like maybe 7,000 calories a day.
Oh yeah.
And I just sat down and started eating, and they.
As long as you eat, they'll keep putting food on
I
your
didn't.
plate. Man,
I didn't
love
leave.
Italians.
I didn't leave the table for like 3 hours, and I'll tell you, older Italian women.
Man, that grandmother was going, get that boy some more.
Yeah, I wasn't even a close relative. There was tons.
She's appreciating you, man.
Out of all the young kids, and there must have been other kid except my family was closer her related, and she knew about it. I was her favorite that
Oh
day.
yeah, that's because you were putting away the food, man.
Yeah, that's just showing. I was just saying, and they were just, and they until this day. When they get together, because they used to say how my dad and their brother used to do it, how they ate, and then they said until they saw me eat, and it was an anomaly because every guy goes through that. I think when you're a kid, when you can eat, when you're going through a growth spurt, for some reason your body you're starving for those calories, and you could just eat that. And we got into training for it because you could eat. I'd bring a big salad, the big family salad bowl for breakfast, and I take half a box of cereal in it. Even though I'm more steak and eggs guy nowadays, But right after fucking all that turkey, and that's why I think it's tryptophan, and now is melatonin not melatonin. What's that stuff?
I don't know.
Melatonin's your skin.
Yep.
Tryptophan.
Well, that's melanoma.
No, that's cancer. What's it? That gives you skin color is melatonin.
Melatonin, maybe? Yeah, I'll buy that.
Serotonin is for your brain. It controls happiness.
Okay.
Serotonin, and then tryptophan, and what's that? Melatonin may be a chemical that calms you down. We got too much on a tonin thing. You're gonna check this?
Yeah.
Yeah, a deep philosophical, not philosophical.
Melatonin.
What is it? Calms you down? What's it say?
It's a hormone produced by the pineal gland, among other wakefulness.
Wakefulness.
It regulates wakefulness. As a medicine, it's used to treat insomnia.
Okay, well, they got the natural stuff then. That's what that's what it seemed like a little, just, I mean, it's not good to eat before you go to sleep, but you eat a fucking, 2 pounds of turkey and chances are you're going to go to sleep. I think you eat 2 pounds of anything, you may
Eat
go
2 pounds of fucking rib, you're going to go to sleep.
Yeah, you're going to go to sleep. So that was our Thanksgiving. It was successful, and we're here, and it wasn't, at least, it wasn't kind of busy down here. It wasn't as busy all the way around. Some places had bigger nights. And
Wednesday night was busy as hell.
No, I meant after the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday and Saturday we had pretty good crowds when we were playing out. We were at Paddle House Friday, and they had a good crowd. And Sharky's on Saturday was packed right now just because it's the end of college football season. It was rivalry week, so everybody's glued to the TVs.
Well, Saturday night, a friend of ours from you don't. God, I don't want to get... Well, he's going to know it's him anyway. Chris. From...
Chris Lute?
No.
Chris.
No, the guy from Normal. Chris
Oh.
Hewland. Don't make that face. And he may be... I don't think he listens to our show. He just likes talking on him.
There you go.
So he's there with his girlfriend. He's sitting at a table. and we're just having a good old time. Holly and I.
Where's
It's
that?
kind of fun.
They came by Snooks on Sunday. That's where I saw
Yeah,
them.
and it's maybe 8:30, and he comes walking up. He's a foot and a half behind. And Bill, tell everyone how big are our bathrooms? It's a one-man bathroom, but they happen to have a urinal and a toilet.
Yeah, I
so you
mean-
got one choice.
Yeah, even if you're close friends, you're going to be hard. If you're two big guys, you're not peeing side by side. Somebody's touching.
Well, regardless of that, it's too small, too close. Even not touching,
No,
you don't want to be too close.
You're
No,
going
no,
to be if you got two guys in there trying to piss, one in the commode and one in the urinal, they're going to be shoulder to shoulder, rubbing
like
shoulders.
there's a door there at the Caribbean Club. There's no door.
Yeah.
You got a alcove. You go around it, and it's open. So you go in there. There's a toilet, and it's far enough
But,
space.
yeah,
You're not
there's a sink in between.
There's a sink in between and stuff. Well, these are right next to each other, and it's pretty much. I don't know why they got both in there, but they got both in there.
Yeah.
They got okay. So it's pretty much a one person, unless you're a dad taking your, 3-year-old there and go sit on the toilet, son. I'm going to go and pee in the urinal.
Band that just finished playing an hour and a half set, and you got to go.
Oh yeah, true. And you're just really close friends. It doesn't really matter.
Don't care. Move over.
Okay, move up. Okay, so Chris is walking, and he's a foot and a half behind the guy. And I'm looking at Holly, and I just went real quick, and I said, and he stops he goes in, and I go, he's going in, right? He's going in at the same time. The door is still open, but he stops, and I'm bad. I'm a bad person. I realize it. I go right in. There's a urinal right next to the toilet.
Oh.
And then I'm in my head, of course, someone's going to have a dick sticking in their face when they come walking in there. Well, he goes right in when I say that. I mean, it's not like, I don't think the door closed from the first guy yet. He opens it, and the door's almost closed, and all of a sudden, I think he booted out quick out of there. It's like a guy turned around and said, "What?" I mean, he was a little larger, and he looked. I don't know if he got shoved out or the guy yelling, "Get the fuck out of here, man!"
Hey.
No, he didn't. No, I don't. He didn't say that because Chris came out and said, "Hey, that guy was really sensitive about what he was packing in there because of." Oh yeah, I go like this. I hate people like that. And I go like that.
Fucking crap.
So imagine going sitting, and that's why I put the episode 131 too close. I'm just imagine you could get in a conversation. A guy, I guess the worst situation: someone sitting on a toilet, taking care of their business, but the guy didn't lock. He didn't shut the thing, He just assumed like a guy sees me in here, they're not gonna.
No, if you want to come in and piss next to me while I'm
had-
pissing, I'm fine with that.
No, really.
Yeah, I don't care. I spent enough time fucking military and doing big communal pissers that it's
No, see, I think what
don't
makes
give a
it the
shit.
way it is. I think what makes it the way it is. It's not. It's at most 2, and that's the worst because if it was 4, you can't take the whole bathroom like you're going there with 4 people. Just say this capacity is 3. If it's 2, the 2 is a 1.
See,
The 2 is a 1. It's just too small for a stranger to come in. If they don't look all there, and even if they do look all there, I told you about the one at the Gyros thing. I walk into the bathroom, and it's like a 7-year-old boy at a toilet, and I'm going to go and use the urinal, and I'm ready to do it, and he goes in there, and he goes, "Hey, mister," and I'm like, God, what are you fucking talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go and take care of business. I didn't know it was in. If he was in there, if I knew, if they put up there was a 7-year-old boy in there, I would have walked the fuck out. And they go in there and go, "Hey, mister, you're not going to do anything weird." And I just stopped. Didn't even. You know what? The one time I never washed my hands and said, "Stop!" It cut off the pee right there when he said that, and I walked out.
No, I'm not
going to
do
I
anything
went,
weird.
"Hey, there's a little kid in there," and he goes, "Hey, you're not going to do anything weird." And I said, "Well, what did you do?" They go, I said, "I ran out of there." Well, what if someone else came in there? I said, some asshole sent their 7-year-old kid in the bathroom by themselves, and he made them worried about. They created an.
See, you ain't been hanging out in enough bars where you go in, you got the big stainless trough. That's
I've been there. That's no problem. Big stainless trough. You can't say, "Hey, see, there's That's room for 6 people, 10 people, or at a game. At the old stadium in Philadelphia, that was 40.
Everybody's fucking elbow to elbow. Wait, scoot over.
No,
I gotta go.
There's 40.
Oh, I know.
I mean, it's a 50. It seemed like 40. It could have been 20. But that's the beauty of guys. If you don't have to sit down for
we can go anywhere.
Anything, you could go. Yeah, that's I seem to remember a woman arguing that she could pee when she stands too, but not that direction.
Good for her.
Not over a trough, I don't think.
She might be able to. I mean, a couple girls pull that trick off pretty good.
On the trough? A big
yeah.
trough? Do you have to get up on the trough, you think?
No, walk right in. I can hike that skirt up and there we go.
They can pee forward?
Oh yeah. You gotta get back.
You've seen a woman pee
yeah,
forward?
Fucking, I've seen a couple of them do that.
Wait.
Yeah, no, they're actually women.
Okay, see, that's what I was thinking. You got that.
Yeah, no, they're
what
actually
if it was a dude with a, maybe.
No, they're actually women. I'm like, damn, woman, you ain't got. And she's like, nope, all women. I'm like, good for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Where was this?
Texas.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, Texas. You got women that pee in troughs. But I just thought the bigger the place, if there was room for 3, no big deal. It's that partition. It's that partition right there. Because you go into, I guess in a hospital, if there's one toilet in there, it's one person. If there's a stall, like a handicap stall, now it's almost like you go into a place like that. It's one handicap stall, so they can get in there. And that's for everyone. But you give a pass to someone's handicap, let them go in first, use a urinal and stuff like that. There was a show called...
Dude, if you put a urinal on a wall and there's somebody in there, I'm using that damn urinal. I gotta go.
Wait. If you put what? A urinal?
If you got a commode on one side and a urinal on the other and somebody's sitting there pissing in the commode, I will go straight to the urinal.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't have a problem. Like I said, we're a family restaurant. I don't want to walk in on a kid.
There you go.
So that's why I put the latch down behind me. And I don't want a kid coming in when I'm there. I don't want an adult coming in when I'm there. And if you're sitting down. Now, if you're sitting down,
yeah, if you're sitting down, lock.
You get splashed.
No, if you're sitting down, lock the door because I don't want to walk in and get a good whiff.
What if
do
you
the
want
courtesy flush too?
Okay, well, no, we didn't have to go there. I know that.
Do
That's
the
being a
courtesy
part
flush,
of
too.
society, Bill. That's not. That's just being a general nice person, part of society. What are you, fucking Hitler? You're gonna take a shit and
Toilet
stick all that
Hitler.
place, and I go. Yeah, you got to flush it right then. You just went to an Indian restaurant, and you decide to unload at your favorite watering hole, and you're going to do that to a fellow human being. I think there's a
Don't go
law.
in
I
there.
think a Geneva Convention prohibits the use of chemical weapons, and I think that would be the same.
Ooh, yeah, there's nothing quite like a three mother-in-law vindaloo to light you up there.
Oh, God. I can, but in this case, that was one of the funnier things that happened on it. Just seeing them jump out
Leave
of
that
the
at the
bathroom.
bar and the catch, and leave that at the catch. You get the people at the bar, their eyes will start watering.
Oh, yeah, right. No, wait, we don't want to.
Well, I mean, there's a fan.
Remember when it was only folks until like, it wasn't that long ago where a lot of these places still had open septic tanks, restaurants right outside their water treatment before they. What they do? They had to treat it on site on some of them if they were big capacity because a septic tank wouldn't hold it.
Yeah,
they had to treat
they had
it.
a big treatment tower out here for years
What?
too. They had a big treatment tower out here for years too.
Mm-hmm.
They had a big one over at Gilbert's. Did the restaurant?
And I don't know. I had the opportunity to. Oh yeah. I don't remember smelling that though years ago.
No, they had it all the way back. It had to be had to have a southwest wind, which doesn't happen often.
Okay, well that worked out there, but there was a couple restaurants, and I don't want to trash any restaurants and stuff. One that happens to be in Rock Harbor.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Oh,
man.
it's a famous breakfast place.
Yeah.
Holy crap! I went in there I wasn't down here that long, and I'm just sitting at the counter eating, and the waft of that stuff coming in, I go,
Oh, yeah.
well, that's pretty much
I'm done.
a biscuit and a coffee. I'll see you. And I mean, I didn't even finish the biscuit. But yeah, I couldn't
Well,
imagine.
you can't finish biscuit there.
I'm just telling you, it was pretty bad.
I mean,
you
the
know,
biscuit's the size of fucking.
you just
goddamn big.
created a right outside the door. It seemed like 10 feet away. There was someone making a stew of 100 and 200 people's shit. I mean, and then Jesus Christ, how many people shit when they were out?
Shit.
What?
Whole bunch of people. Wait, man, when you gotta go.
When
you
you're
gotta
out,
go,
I
you
know,
gotta
but
go.
don't you? I mean, listen, I go in the morning and at night.
Well, I'm glad you're a consistent pooper. So am I. But I'm sure there are
I'm
people out
consistent.
there.
I mean, but all these people that can't make it through the day.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people out here that are not.
I mean, no,
consistent poopers.
but I'm just talking averages, though. You think if you had 150 people in, how in the hell could have 50 of them need 33%?
Yeah, could be. I don't know. I'm not in the habit of keeping.
How there's
keeping
been
log of
well, how
everybody's
come
poop.
if they had to do that all the time, there wouldn't be 7 billion people on the planet. They'd be dead. Someone would be dead, and that's enough of that. You know what? We rarely get. That's called scatological humor. You know that, Bill?
Yeah.
Scatological humor. It's shit. You know, scat, because scat is. I think it's a Latin word for it or something.
Oh.
What?
Normal range for daily pooping is 3 times a day.
3 times?
Oh, no, sorry. The normal range for daily pooping is from 3 times a day to once every 3 days.
Yeah.
So there's quite a bit of variation there.
I'm right in the middle there.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
The average person poops about once a day.
Yep. Yep. And
There's fucking anything on the fucking internet. That's just,
well, you're going to have a finding.
that's disturbing.
You're going to have a really weird. I'm not that you have a search history.
Oh, I'm sure it's random as hell.
No, but you must get rid of it, right? You
Oh,
clear
fuck
your.
no, I don't care.
Well, okay. I do it every time I'm done browsing. What?
No, I don't.
Shouldn't you?
You can.
Okay. So
I do it like once every 2 months when my cache starts filling up and my browsing starts slowing down.
So I made this, and on the second note, someone came in and I use it. It's a line I used before, but it was perfect for this person. They look up on our board and they see catch of the day, dolphin, spelled like dolphin.
Yeah.
And if you're not from
dolphins.
if
a
you're not
fish.
from the area, it means mahi, which is a fish.
Not
and it
flipper.
has scales, not a mammal, not one of the higher order mammals or it's not a mammal at all. It's a fish. So if you don't know the difference between a fish and a mammal, just don't even get upset because you need to study a little more.
Yeah, it ain't flipper.
Yeah. So because flipper's a mammal and the fish. So I go to them. I go, I kind of mess with them, and they go, "Oh well, yeah, it's dolphin." Oh, is it legal to serve? And they lean over low, right? And they go, "Is it legal to serve dolphin?"
Sure.
And I said, "Oh, we do whatever we can get away with, with that." And then the person says, "What's it taste like?" And I said, "Bald eagle." And we're all staying, and the person kind of like, and then I let them know a little later. Every so often, I did once or one time out of 50 when I pull silly shit like that, talk about the basement and the restaurant and all that stuff. On a Coral Island, there's no basements in the fucking Keys.
If you got a basement in the Keys,
It's
an
flooded.
indoor swimming pool.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all rock underneath us. So unless you're like,
It's porous limestone, and the water will come in and out with the tide.
I know you need to have like a special sealant on the outside, just like a submarine. And but this person got mad over me, a joke I made about gluten allergy.
Oh,
And fuck, month later they're eating rolls.
Yeah.
So they didn't have a gluten. They weren't. They didn't have a
gluten intolerance. Or
yeah,
whatever
but
the fuck
there's
it is.
it's a Latin term, iliac disease or celiac
whatever.
disease or something like that.
I don't know.
And it really exists, but that person didn't have it. And now they're kind of my friends now because they got me. But
That's fun.
I mean, 1 out of 50. Some people don't like it, so I that's what I do. And if I was working in a corporate place, they say no, 1 out of 50. We don't want you pissing off 1 out of 50 people. And I said, yeah, but I'm making 49 of them happy. And that one person that gets pissed off is probably an asshole anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And that's my reasoning. And for some reason, you can't, in a corporate environment, which I kind of understand, that one person gets such an inordinate amount of
I'm sorry you're an entitled
attention.
I'm sorry you're an entitled asshole. Get over yourself. The world does not owe you a living.
Oh, well, that's in a separate way to take it. I'm talking about how the corporation seems to, the book, there was a book out written by the McDonald's or some guy called Give Them Pickle. And then someone wanted a pickle with their meal, and they said, that doesn't come with your pickle. We don't have it. And the guy says, well, what would have made that person if we gave him a pickle? But we don't give pickles out. And the guy, give him the pickle. And that was the name of the book.
Give him a pickle.
And it was I understand the theory behind it would be whatever they want. The customer's always right. That screwed up mentality. And I think it was a year and a half ago when I was another 2 years ago, when I almost 2 years ago, there was another co-host sitting here,
Yep.
and we had this discussion, and I don't want it to become a customer bashing thing, but there's some horrible people out there.
Yeah, the customer is always right. He can be.
I mean, most of the time they are right. My
can
food
be-
is undercooked.
Yeah.
This looks dirty. I didn't order it this way or this. But, and now you say.
Yeah, they're still right. Doesn't mean that they're not a opinionated asshole that is just out to make your life miserable.
Well, I'm saying that's a rarity. And this is what I would, if I'm pitching it as a person in the business where the squeaky wheel gets so much inordinate amount of attention, where they wrote a book like that Give Them the Pickle, and they focus on the 1 out of 50. And I'm saying like this, well, this real successful corporations make as many people as they can happy. But in this day and age with Yelp and all this shit,
You ain't gonna make everybody happy. Fuck 'em.
I know, but happy people don't necessarily leave reviews and stuff. It's unhappy people.
And if somebody bashes a restaurant on Yelp, I look at it going, well, they certainly pissed that dude off.
Yeah, but like say there's 50 of them, and let's say there's 2.5 stars out of 5.
Oh,
and there's only 50 reviews. Now what do? Now what if 40 of those people left ones?
yeah.
But just 40 people though.
Yeah. Most people, I've found most people when they're leaving a review, the only ones that will be wordy are the negative ones. Most people will just hit 4 stars, 5 stars, okay, or put good, blah blah. blah
And there's
blah,
some people
blah.
go out of their way and they name the people that
But
were
most of the time,
served.
people are lazy. If they had a good time, it's like, hey, 5 stars, boom, okay, move on.
Okay, well, I mean,
I'm not going to take my time to sit there and explain why I'm giving a 5, but I will sit there and tell them that they got a 1 because they
okay.
pissed my ass off.
My point would be to take a long view of it, and not every great review is great, and not every bad review is the worst thing in the world, depending on what happened. And I see people, when there's bad shit going down, you just got to stop it, nip it in the bud, and something happened. Something happened.
Dude, especially in a bar atmosphere. Here,
Yeah.
have a beer. Your food's coming. Here, have a beer.
Well, not only that, but I mean, it's just like when something bad happens, like undercooked, someone gets sick or something like that, and denying. There was there's litigious people out there, and they make it their life's work to ruin viable businesses sometimes.
That is a no. I'm not even going there.
Well, I had a guy talk to me yesterday, and he was talking about a restaurant where they had an all-you-can-eat something, and he got sick there. What the fuck, man? You're eating at an all-you-can-eat. That's a low. It's a low. If you get sick, well, you go to fucking Golden Corral. Do you go to Golden Corral?
No,
I've never been in one.
I have.
When I saw a chocolate fountain, I go like this. I used to drink from a whiskey sour fountain and stuff like that when I was a kid. When you're sneaking booze and all that stuff, but there's some shit you don't want to.
Yeah.
Share with other people.
I have been to Golden Corrals when I've been out traveling with some of the motorcycle guys because you get the big couple of the big pit boys want to go there and chow down. It's like, yeah, okay.
No, well, I understand. Like up where my neck of the woods I'm from, at the catering halls, they specialize in like a lot of them do buffets, and that's with a group of people. Your wedding party and doing a buffet. So there's people you are interested in enough to invite to your wedding. So they're associated. They're not strangers, right? So why are you making a big deal? And people look at it and go, "A buffet?" I'm like, the buffets are fucking great. You get you get exactly what you want and as much as you want.
Yeah.
You know, who cares more? Someone has said that, or you're going to have the chicken I decided that you're going to get.
A few years ago, I think about 5 years ago, Sandy and I went down to Key West to one of the hoity-toity restaurants down there for the Thanksgiving buffet. It was fantastic.
Well, you said it was hoity-toity, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, $100 a head.
Oh, shit, it's going to be nice.
They got a fucking sushi bar with the guy that'll make you a custom roll if you want one. They got fucking lamb chops. The only thing I was truly
How did we get on there? Yeah.
The only thing that I was truly disappointed in, they had these beautiful piped potatoes. Oh, they were gorgeous. I was thinking they were going to be like a garlic truffle oil potato or something like that. Just a plain old fucking mashed potato. I'm like, dude. I mean, you know, what bad, but everything else, I'm just like, you guys went the extra mile on everything, and you served me a plain old fucking salt, pepper, butter, mashed potato.
I think that's elegant.
Oh, dude, no, they should have had some garlic in it.
You know what? I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why. You don't understand. I've been to those Thanksgiving things where my family freaked out when they had mushrooms and Redskins in the mashed potatoes that I thought were excellent, were delicious. I ate them, and it tasted good. But I'll tell you, it was beautiful. It was called, we ate Thanksgiving at this place called King George Inn.
There you go.
It was open for 300 years on the Delaware River. I think open for 300 years, but it's King George Inn. It's from colonial times. Yeah. And it was beautiful. They got a beautiful bar. We had a couple of cocktails. We went up there, had a little wine, and every 4 people you can either... You know, you can divide it up. And so there's 12 people here that want to have turkey, so they get 3 turkeys. And then there's 3 of us that want to get prime rib or something off the menu. Yeah. And we did that, and, you know, it was lovely. Everything was exquisite. The service was thing, white tablecloths, crystal, and all that stuff. It was expensive,
a little too fancy for some of the people.
No. It was, they loved everything.
Okay.
But they couldn't, a couple of women couldn't shut the fuck up about the Redskin and the potatoes. They couldn't shut up about it. And you know why? Because when you and I say, hey, you could have done a little more, I know when you do something different, they always do it. Someone puts a little raisin in a chocolate chip cookie. I love it.
Yeah, I'll be good with that.
I love it. If you do it to someone else, it's the worst fucking thing in the world. You know what I mean? And that's where it comes down to. 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Okay, well, geez, I was yapping on a while.
We've been going on.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to thank all you. All I'm saying is when it comes to if you're leaving a review, take the long view. Is this a unique event or does this happen all the time? If, you know, everything's bad, then Tennessee, that's the way it is. But there are unique circumstances. You know, I'm sure it'll be in Pleasant, Paradise, California, you know, if you're a restaurant that may have escaped the devastation and you open up, you may have something going on bad there.
It's a little smoky there, yeah.
Yeah, a little smoky in there. And down here after the hurricane, there were some leaks and stuff like that. Some of the restaurants, but they had to open up and generate revenue. Yeah. So give them a break. Don't go focus on that one thing, the Redskin potatoes. That's what I call the Redskin potatoes and the mushrooms.
Yeah. No.
And give a guy space when he's taking a piss. Don't stick your dick in his face. This is Jim the Keys bartender.
Words to live by.
We'll be coming tomorrow from. I got it. Shipwrecks.
You did so well on the intro, man.
I know.
You did so well
there,
on the
Luke
intro.
and I and Bill, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'm going to let
That'll
Bill
be
say
a
the
good
rest.
time. Thank you all so much. We do appreciate you listening. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon having a good old time. We'll see if it's as cold as Jim thinks. See what everybody's wearing. I'll probably be wearing boots. Oh, Tiffany's never covered up, man. Even when Tiffany is fully clothed, she's naked. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We do appreciate you all, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, and we appreciate you spending the afternoon with us.